watch these boats. We'll get them round on a shot for you very shortly. Just the wind's picking up all the boats and the camera boats and blowing them in all directions. But I would say that we'll be away very shortly here in the men's under 21 eights Steelbro New Zealand Limited sponsored race here at the Bearing Point New Zealand Rowing Championships. Wind has just picked up a little bit into the start zone, and not too bad though, right where the boats are sitting. Right, of course, the same for everybody. Just ready to go, hopefully any moment. The white flag's out, so we'll be off. There they go. The start has gone right now. And these race boats, these B8s get into it now. The yellow boat of Waikato on the outside, the white boat of Shore School, Marlborough Rowing Association and Carnarvon over on the inside. They're the only ones to drop back about 2 or 3 metres at the moment. As we move up now through the early stages of the race, there's not much between Waikato and Shore School. Waikato and Shore School now level as they move out to just on a quarter of a length ahead of the Marlborough Composite 8. That's Picton and Blenheim crew combination. As these two crews motor on down through towards the end of the first 500. Waikato take the first advantage by half a metre over Shore School in lane 4. Then we go half a length back to Marlborough Association Composite crew. Then we go back half a length to Carnarvon. Down through towards 400 metres we go now, and Waikato still holding the advantage of 1 metre over Shore School. They won't let them go any further. They're sitting there quite content to tap the boat along as long as they're right beside Waikato. They feel they're in touch. 1 boat length now back to Blenheim and Picton Composite. 1 boat length back to Carnarvon. Down we go through towards through the first 500 metres, still that 1 metre to Waikato at the front of the field. Doing the push now, Waikato going out to 2 metres, just moving the boat. The coxswain gave the call, she asked for more and they've responded. They've gone out to 2.5 metres. That's all that's in it now as we see the white boat come back into the picture. That's all you're going to get, says the coxswain of the white boat from Shore School, as they slowly move back into the picture now. They're underrating the Waikato crew at this stage. They're underrating them by a couple of strokes a minute. As we watch the blades enter together on every stroke or so, we see that the Waikato crew is about 2 strokes a minute above. They're going in together now, they're going ahead of them. But it's still Waikato holding that 2 feet or so. Now they're level. They're right on the ball of each other now. The bow balls are level as they come through, and the white boat of School starting to push up now level with Waikato, but they say no way. You've got to get past us. We're going to take it. They go back out to about 2 metres on the Shore School combination. That's all that's in it between these 2 big boats. The bright yellow boat of Waikato with the beautiful green, gold and red. The white boat of Shore with their white tops and black shorts. Quite a contrasting combination of colours here. But the big yellow is still sitting out by 2 metres. That's all as we go through the 1,000 metre mark. Lane 5 holding 2 metres. Lane 4 said that's not enough. You're not getting any more. That's enough, and hold them at that. There's no more in it. These bows are still locked there as we go through 1,100 metres. Waikato trying to push away on them if they can. The coxswains ask for more from Waikato. And for the first time, she's got a little bit. They've gone to just about 3 metres. That's all that's in it between them now. And we find the white boat of Shore is coming back up to within 2 metres. Now they're coming back up and they're almost level. Down we go through towards the last 750 metres. And Shore School now moving. They've come up a level with Waikato, and for the first time they've perhaps got their bow just in front. They're taking off a foot. That's all, a foot in it. Can Waikato respond to that? They are responding. They are holding them. Down we go. We've got just on 700 metres left to go. Waikato have taken it almost back. They're up level with them again. The stern of the boats are about, there's a bit of difference there in the length of the boats. but out the front is where it counts. That's what goes across the line first, and it's lane 4 now. Lane 4 has taken the metre off Waikato. Down we go through to the last 500 metres. What a race we've got on our hands here. What a beauty. There's only a metre in it between the two. Can Waikato rattle home? They're well clear of the other two boats out the back by about 5 lengths, and Shaw have gone out to the biggest margin of the day, 1.5 metres. Now we see Waikato wind home. Waikato come back up level. They're not letting Shaw go anywhere. Shaw still holding. No, yes, they've got half a metre. Waikato come level. Look at the bows of these boats as they come down now. They're at level now between lane 4 and 5. Waikato now, and their timing, their rating is starting together. Waikato slow. Hold in lane 5. Trying quickly to come up with rating. They come back level with Waikato. This is an unbelievable race. Can Waikato respond to Shaw, who take 2 metres off them just like that? That's a big move from Shaw. Waikato would need to do something about it.
Yes, Dave, what a fantastic race it has been all the way down the track. As Mark just said, Shaw just bumped it up 2 points. They sort of underrated Waikato all the way down the track.
I said now, Craig, and Waikato are hanging on though. Maybe, as we know in New Zealand here, 100 metres out, everyone seems to go with 100 metres to go. So Waikato, I'm expecting Waikato to come back.
Yes, just as you said that, Dave, they bumped up a couple of points, and you can see they're really starting to come back with a storm at the moment, and they've got right up top of their bow, so there's only about 80 metres left to go. It's sort of neck and neck, bow ball for bow ball. Shaw just slightly got on ahead at the moment.
And they're coming in there into the thing. Peter Montgomery's dancing around here. He loves the sights of these 8s. And look at it, there's a great 8 race here between Shaw from Sydney and Waikato crossing the line. Then we go back to the other 2 crews, Marlborough Association crew and Canaveron. But what a race, Craig. Up round 40 towards the end.
Yes, it was, Dave. Yes, we took those ratings all the way through, but as we saw, Shaw were just underrating Waikato all the way by 1 or 2 points. And I think that just made a difference because they had a little bit more to go at the end. And I'm sure after that race have found the trip over here worthwhile. It was a fantastic race. They pushed them all through. You saw it on the screen. Not much more than probably a canvas or so cover those 2 crews for the whole 2,000 metres.
Still just setting them up.
Commentator is
Canaveron 1, Auckland Grammar 2, King's College 3, Shaw School 4. Attention.
Famous radio jock.
They are racing now in the fight of the men's 1980 mud freight. And boy, they are playing into it here, coming away from the start. And it looks like number 5 is at Wanganui Collegiate has started well, very well indeed. But there's not a lot in it. Wanganui Collegiate is in front by a canvas after the first 100 metres. Boy, Wanganui Collegiate are blazing away. They are really putting the blowtorch on here. Now, it's interesting to see that Shaw School from Australia, the one earlier today, they are also up with the pace. They're a very prominent school out of North Sydney, one of the grammar GPS schools, and they are second. King's College is third. St Kennigan's is fourth. On the far side, the Canaveron crew, which is a make-up of a couple of schools, one of them was St Bede's out of Christchurch. They're about a length behind. Wanganui Collegiate are leading as we've gone through 400. And then it's Shaw School from Australia. King's College are there. Grammar, Auckland Grammar is up the... Well, St Kitts are right up there, out here in 6. Right, they're coming through the 500 mark. Let's have a look at it. It's Shaw School from Australia that are going through first. And then comes Wanganui Collegiate and King's College. Not much between them. And then go back virtually a length to Auckland Grammar and St Kennigan's College, and then Canaveron further back. Right, for his assessment of what's happened in the first 600, here's Mark.
Yeah, Peter, well, this is a good move. We saw the Shaw School going against Waikato earlier. They made a move, they moved out, and then they sat about a metre away. And now we're seeing Wanganui Collegiate coming up alongside. They come back, but also the danger one there is lane 3. They are creeping up on the inside of Shaw School, King's College, and they're coming right up within a metre or two of them. So Wanganui Collegiate made a good start, but I think King's College are putting in a good show here. It'd be interesting to see how Shaw goes in the second 1,000.
All right, yes, I remember Shaw School have already expended a lot of effort so far earlier today, but it's Shaw School and King's College, and all the while King's College is starting to wind it up here. Auckland Grammar have drifted off in 2. They're a length and a half back behind the 2 leaders, because really Shaw School Sydney and King's College from Auckland are locked together. As I look around and see the 1,000-metre mark about 100 away, they've gone 900, and it's King's College, I reckon they've gone to the front just. King's College will give you a handle as they go through the 1,000. Then we can get a better handle on it. But King's College look to be close to the lead, if not have taken it from Shaw School. What we know is Grammar have dropped off, so if Wanganui Collegiate going through 1,000, and King's College are in front by half a canvas. Then it's Shaw School, and then come back to Wanganui Collegiate, who are 3rd. They currently are half a boat length behind the 2 leaders. There's not much in it. King's College in front just. And then go back to St Kennigan's College, who are probably a length behind, maybe a length and a quarter behind King's College and Shaw School. Still the 2 leaders. Shaw School of Sydney and King's College are locked together as though they're held by tape. Meanwhile, Auckland Grammar School is dropping off drastically. They're back to 2.5, could be 3 lengths, and Canavron from Canterbury have dropped right back. They're probably 5 boat lengths back. Now here comes Shaw School as they're starting to wind up and try and get their nose out in front. But King's College are going with them. The 2 of them are in tandem, locked together as they've come up to around 1,300 metres gone. There we can see the 500 marker in the distance through the murk and gloom. King's College and Shaw School are locked together. Wanganui Collegiate, after a blazing start, have dropped back. Auckland Grammar are starting to wind up. They are now within 2.5 boat lengths of the leaders. But still it's King's and Shaw School locked together as they're coming up to the 500 mark. Meanwhile, St Kennigan's College has dropped back. They would be a length and a half or 2 behind. So let's go through it now, coming up to the 500 mark, and it looks like Shaw School is in, or maybe I'd give it to King's. It's tight, it's hard to tell. Let's say that King's and Shaw are locked together. Then go back a length and a half to Wanganui Collegiate. Another half, 3/4 back to St Kennigan's College. Another to Auckland. The energy after taking on Waikato earlier today. Here goes King's College trying to wind up. Boy, if this is the prelude for the Māori Cup at the end of March, King's College are certainly throwing down the gauntlet to the other North Island schools here, and the Jungle Drums will beat to the South Island on the strength of this. Shaw School from Sydney. What an effort they're putting in though, because they are still there. I reckon they're in front just over King's College. Now they've got about 300 metres to go, and it is Shaw School of Sydney in front, but Kings are coming back at them. Meanwhile, it is still 3/4 or a boat length. Someone hit the water there. I think it was Shaw School and Kings. Shaw School are getting in front. Shaw School are comfortable over Kings now. 250 to go, and then go back a length to Wanganui Collegiate, half a length to St Kitts, another half a length back to Auckland Grammar. What an effort by these Sydney-siders. These Aussie kids are good, whether we like it or not. Super effort by Shaw School from Sydney to be able to go back to back like this. This is super effort because they are going to beat King's College, but Kings are going to be the top.
What a shot of this day.
Well, very similar to the under-21s race we saw earlier on, but there goes Shaw across the line. King's College, Greg Reid coached Kings, and he's certainly done a marvellous job from what we saw about a couple of weeks ago at the head of the harbour. They're certainly coming on. We've got Wanganui Collegiate, we've got our blue and whites of St Kennigan's, and then Auckland Grammar, and then we're just waiting on the north end, is it?